Is this the team up that I didn't know I wanted? What is the big picture here? What is going on? I want to bear the burden of truth. You don't remember the pomp? They're wearing goddamn high heels. Orion put on some muscle. Maybe she should take on a new name, you know, just become her own person. She is now known as Miniphilia. Dude, I love this music.
All seems well at the Crystarium.
It's so peaceful. Too peaceful.
Yes. Ylmer was plainly more concerned with finding us. How flattering.
Okay, the distraction worked. Oh, here comes the robed guy. What's his name? Grandpa Empire?
You certainly took your time. I had half resolved to complete the task myself.
Maybe?
And you are?
Were one to study the annals of Garlean history, one would find yonder visage on many a page.
Okay, face to face with Grandsire himself. A part of me is hoping maybe he's, you know, the Ascians, again, going with a theory that if their entire goal is to just constantly bring darkness, or looking at it from a grander perspective here, to bring balance, right? Maybe.
By rights, its youth should long since have faded.
Maybe. You get what I'm saying?
I am Solus Galvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, and under various guises, the architect of myriad other imperially inclined nations. As for my true identity...
He's gonna be the etch something Ascian.
I am Emet Selch.
Emet Selch.
Gaius spoke of you. A native of the Source.
Equal in rank to Ardbert. And you came all this way just to introduce yourself to us?
Equal in rank, but I'm sure power scaling wise, this guy is a little bit higher up there, huh?
Behold the sky, restored to its former glory. Have you ever seen a more affecting spectacle?
Is this the team up that I didn't know I wanted, but is gonna happen? Would I be down for?
Oh, it is truly, deeply infuriating.
Never mind.
Do you have any idea how much you have delayed the reuniting?
Okay, there it is. You know, a part of me was holding on to the, you know, that idea, but...
Following the flood, the first had been listing ever further towards the light, towards stasis. The end was in sight.
I always forget that these guys are all about the rejoining. At least this guy
Enter
is.
man and his indomitable spirit. He would haul the world back from the brink, and adding his lumpen weight to the power of growth, he duly tipped the scales, if only by a fraction. Yet a fraction was enough to spoil the perfect imbalance needed to bring about a rejoining. Had mankind continued to live in idleness under Vorthri's rule, all the conditions would have been met.
Tancred is ready to go. Look at our boy there.
But you had to come and ruin it all.
Sorry. That's what I do. I'm the Buzz Killington for you.
Thanks to your meddling, light supremacy is in doubt, and our painstakingly laid plans are in tatters.
This guy seems like the kind of guy who might enjoy, like, a cup of tea or something, you know?
Well, I should begin by thanking you for confirming Uriange's theories on the inner workings of the Calamity. He will be most pleased.
Yeah. Now we
As
have
for what happens next,
proof.
might I suggest you admit defeat and walk away?
Happy to let me go, are you? Because the murderous glint in your eye suggests otherwise. Indeed, it is enough to make me think better of confronting you alone.
I like this guy.
Look, it did cross my mind to simply side with Vorthri and kill you all.
There's that music that I'm so familiar with. A blueberry yum yum is back.
That's no different from what Ardbert did. And we all know how well that ended for him. While it is liable to be troublesome, I have settled upon a different approach.
Explain.
Cooperation.
Oh, hello. Cooperation, huh?
I will not raise a hand to hinder your hunt for the Light Wardens. If you desire it, I will even lend you my knowledge and strength.
What's the catch? Why would he be doing this? If he wants to bring about the rejoining, I'm confused.
Since time immemorial, you and yours have labored to rejoin the 13 shards, at the cost of countless lives. Do you expect us to believe that your objective has suddenly changed?
Nay, our objective is the same as it ever was. Though I dare say, you do not know our motive.
Hypothetically, if we were to bring the darkness to this world, enough to combat the light and then take it a step further, so this world was consumed by darkness, I mean, we'd essentially have another rejoining, right?
A war waged without knowledge of the enemy is no war. It is mere bloodletting. Just once. Might we not seek to find common ground?
Trying to do an
For
Asahi.
good or ill, I am immortal. Provided I have the inclination, I can always begin anew, scheme and conspire to my heart's content.
So is this just like fun for him then?
But this time I thought that I might instead try to see eye to eye, to understand what drives the hero of the source, to determine if our goals are truly incompatible.
Or maybe it's kind of like what we discussed, you know, before, to a certain extent, saying that, you know, all this rejoining, light, dark, the source, the shards, there's probably more to this. The Exarch, I think we're talking about the Exarch, right? For all the Exarch has been through, all his knowledge, for how old he is, etc. I'm sure there's more to the macro ecosystem of whatever's going on than what we know as the player and as the character, right?
When all is said and done, we may find ourselves pleasantly surprised. The proud discoverers of a path of cooperation rather than opposition.
We learn more and more about the Ascians, and while their deeds may be villainous, like maybe there's just a bigger picture that we're not seeing, like the true motivations behind what they're doing, whether it's good or bad, whether we understand it. I just want to know what it is, you know? He's Gambit.
Thou hast delivered thy proposal, and we would not dismiss it outright.
Is that what astrologians do? They throw the cards like Gambit?
If I may offer thee counsel, however, to make thy case via an illusion reflecteth poorly upon thy sincerity.
Just a shadow clone. I wonder what job he is.
My apologies. You will forgive me if I'm not entirely at ease in the presence of a famed Ascian slayer. I felt it only prudent to take precautions. I take my leave, friends. Rest assured, we shall meet again soon.
Oh man. I'm sure by the end of Shadowbringers we'll understand this better. And then heading into Endwalker and finally getting that conclusion. But I'm so curious about the big picture here. All these little puzzle pieces, how they fit together, how they play out. I'm sure we're gonna find out. I want to know so bad. So badly. Look at this grand meal. Sandwiches, apples, oranges, some tea, water.
From the Exarch, is it?
Oh.
With that mirror of his, he can watch your every move, you know? Still, he's keeping you well fed.
Alright, what sandwiches do we got here? This one's clearly, I was gonna say an egg sandwich, but they could also be like peanut butter, but I'm gonna say egg sandwich.
Judging by his people's faith in him, he seems to be a decent sort. But so much about him remains shrouded in mystery. Like, what was he doing back in my day? There was no such person when I was around.
I just had a crazy theory. Super crazy theory.
When our world was about to be consumed by light, the Ascian in white appeared before us. He said that the only way for us to live on was to bring about the rejoining.
The moon.
Desperate as we were, we heeded his words, not realizing that the flood was of the Ascian's own making. They cannot be trusted. None of them. But Emet Selch had one thing right. One should not fight blindly.
I would love to learn
That's
more.
What we did. And it cost us everything we held dear.
Tell me about Kaiba. Seto Kaiba. Oh, one of the best moments in Shadowbringers, for sure.
What about Seto? All right.
Yeah, tell me.
When we were traveling together, he was nowhere near as big. And he obviously couldn't speak. I had no idea how much that medallion meant to him.
Oh.
What about you, anyway? You must have a friend like Seto. Chocobo, perhaps? Come on, you tell me something for a change.
You want to know about Shanks? Oh, look at that. 2 warriors of light / darkness bonding. Also, my head's clipping into the pillow here. That's how we sleep. Fully clothed, shades on, pomp as stiff as it could be. Ready to go for the morning. Alright, we still got one more person to meet up with again. We're almost all here.
Ah, there you are. You're just in time to welcome our guest.
Oh, is he here? Grandsire?
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon?
It's true. He's a man of his word. I had a crazy thought about our Exarch friend here. What if he is also... I was gonna say, what if he's also an Ascian? But clearly, what this guy knows, Emet Selch, what he knows about the rejoining, the greater macrocosm, whatever, of the world and the universe and what's going on, I feel like these two might be on the same level of knowledge. They know things that we don't know.
Your Exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity. Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
Wage your war against the Sin Eaters, put each and every Light Warden to the sword, prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies.
What is the big picture here? What is going on?
Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth.
I want to bear the burden of truth. I want to know.
Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs.
I also want to see him fight. What does the Exarch think
I
here?
suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes.
The same mistakes, just like Warrior of Darkness friends, I'm assuming.
Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the Eternal are privy. For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
Another parallel. Always watching, just like the Exarch.
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips. Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
I think there's a bigger picture here that we don't understand. Whether or not he ultimately has, like, pure intentions. See, Kev, as the player, thinks there's a kernel. I'm gonna say a kernel, perhaps.
If he simply meant to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did.
Agreed. What does the Exarch have to think about this? This is what I want to know.
Then let us discuss the Sin Eaters.
Oh, come on, man.
You have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Armareng, and Rak'tika remain.
Okay, there's 3 more. One of them is definitely going to be Y'shtola land. And then we got the, Yomorian one.
Then I would ask that you journey to Rak'tika. There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
Let's go.
I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak.
She's not happy that she was summoned here. No one really was at the moment, right? Oh, is that from...
What's that?
A missive from Lord Vorthry. He invites me to join him in Yulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Lida Luran.
Let's be real. It's probably a trap, right?
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged.
Okay. Thus begins the Y'shtola arc. I'm sure the Vorthry arc will be one of the last Light Warden arcs, or if not the last, one of the last.
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked.
I love this music.
The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow.
It's all swampy and everything, marshy.
So he braves the forests of Rak'tika in search of mystery and wonder.
I love this music is awesome. Little like flute.
To which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
The place of knowledge here. Powerful magics.
We have arrived.
Let's go. Oh. Here's our pal.
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule.
Is that an Empire saying? It sounds like an Empire thing, right? We're learning a little bit here?
Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days.
Halcyon days. Let me look up that word. Halcyon means denoting a period of time like full of happiness and like joy and bliss and stuff, so.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows?
No, tell me more about Empire history.
Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
Oh, olive branch.
I think not. I am an observer, nothing more.
Thus far. We'll see later on.
Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly.
We gotta get rid of this. That's no bueno. I think this might be my favorite track. Thus far, you know?
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction.
No, yeah, this place is hobbled.
Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Alright. Onward to the crystal. Oh. Is that Y'shtola? It's not.
Now, surround them!
Blessed leader. Why are my eyes so red? Why are they so stoned looking? Did I make Kev like that? I don't remember.
Sin-Eaters, they're not like the others.
Oh, they think we're Sin Eaters.
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
Because we ain't Sin Eaters.
They mean to kill us all.
Oh, these guys are cuckoo. Kupo? 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 That's the best we could come up with.
Amusing when we are forced to kill them.
They're like, oh, Kupo. Kupo. Are there Mughals in this world? On the first?
I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you had a knack for inflaming the natives. You committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so I retire to the shade.
Oh, they're gonna look at his magic and be like, oh my god.
Good luck.
Oh boy.
There! Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
No. No, I don't. Is that our girl?
Enough. Runar, report.
Oh, it's her. Reunited.
Master Matoya.
Master Matoya. Damn, she's all black maged out, right?
We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin-Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin-Eaters, then what?
The pomp.
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether.
It has been a couple years. It's been a while.
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before. First explain this other presence in your company. The one I know not.
Wait, really? You don't remember the pomp? Does she always have silver eyes? Is she blind or something? Is she just sensing you?
There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us.
No? ... Wait, what are you saying no to? Hold on. My Google search, but it could just be the light. I don't know. Like with Anchor's eye, but it looks. Didn't she? She had like green eyes, right? I typed in A Realm Reborn Y'shtola, and it looked like she had green
He
eyes.
is but recently arrived here in the First. Not one, but 2 Light Wardens have already perished by his most puissant hand.
If that's the thing, if she... 'cause normally people who have this color of eye, it signifies that they're blind, right? So if she's blind, she can only sense ether now.
It cannot be.
You want to touch the pomp? Nice to see you too, Master Matoya.
Lower your weapons.
She's gotta be blind, right?
Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Rak'tika and its people.
Nope. I thought she had a different color. She have green eyes? Am I tripping my... I don't know. Why would she forget? That's so strange. There's the music though. Right, I had more light in my ether, which she can sense, right? She senses ether, but physically, this is the one and only Pompadour, right? So that's why I was thinking, like, she don't remember the pomp. Everyone else saw the pomp and was like, oh, it's the pomp, except her. Look, doesn't she have color in her eyes? Right there. It's kind of hard to see, isn't it? She's clearly got green eyes. There's some crazy stuff happening. I think
is the largest of the blessed settlements.
Oh, it looks like one of the step people. I mean, it's the aura. Did her eyes change color when we pulled her out of the live stream?
They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself.
Oh, they're gonna love the pomp.
Curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood.
Is that how they greet? They cover their eyes?
I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are a simple people.
This is a cool looking place though.
In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own. My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I've come to know like the back of my hand.
Just like Oriange, she's been reading up here.
I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Dang, she's been here for that long, but she has no idea. That's crazy.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings and suffer no trespasser to escape.
They're wearing goddamn high heels right now. Do you see that? Look at that. That's crazy.
Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Damn. And they're running around in that? Oriange put on some muscle, it looks like. Does he look a little beefier?
I must say, Y'shtola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
There's the Y'shtola that we know very well. Just boom.
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
Oh. Back together again.
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life.
Or Minfilia. Maybe she should take on a new name, you know, just become her own person. You know what I mean? Maybe that'll give her the boost. Miniphilia. Miniphilia.
Hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
She is now known as Miniphilia. There it is. Boom. Okay, so I think the theory is correct, right? Her eyes changed color after to that gray, silver gray, after her time in the live stream. So she's had this for the longest time. I just I just forget, you know? So that answers that question. Whoops, that's the wrong button.